sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Prog-richalcos. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Seal of Prog-richalcos. Last episode was a bit of a banger with some absolute crazy decks. Even Yami Bembo made an appearance. Thankfully though, Tobias was able to thwart his attempts to steal his soul. Looking at our series scores, I'm still considerably ahead of Tobias, up on 93 compared to his 65. And as such, he has the rightful honour to ban another card from my collection. And this week, he's elected to ban Return from the Different Dimension. Very understandable. I have a very strong Chaos deck, and even if I was playing like an Earth deck using Bazoo, Return is just an absolute backbreaker of a card to deal with. It just revives everything, and you basically always guarantee a win with it. So it's fair to lose that from my collection. I'm not too mad about that. Anyway, let's take a look at today's sets. First up, it's Dark Revelation Volume 3. Now again, this is skipping a little bit ahead of the chronological timeline, but because this set only reprints cards we've already had access to, it makes sense to kind of do it here just to be able to get access to a few more of these sort of RDS, SOD, TLM and AST LGBTQXYZ cards, get access to them again, potentially buff out some of our cool ratios. Looking at the rare slots, we've got stuff like Armed Dragon level 5, Hammer Shot, Fusilier, he's a pretty good card. Machine Duplication, I think we did get a playset of this, so I'm not too fussed if we miss this now. Chiron the Mage is okay. Swords of Concealing Light would be nice to pick up a couple. I don't think I have any of this card, and it's even seen play in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing else in the rare slot is particularly useful. Super rares, another chance at the Mobius and the Thestalos would be great. We obviously have one Mobius already. I'd love to get a second copy. I think we have one Thestalos too. Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 6, we do have one of this card already, but it would be nice to buff out the ratio so we can actually play a really fun Horus deck. Lightning Vortex Tobias has, I don't have, this card would be great to get. Same with another Divine Wrath. Deck Devi is hilarious. Braincon, we both have like 3 copies of already, so that card doesn't really matter. Ultra rare slot, most of these are probably cope cards. Like the Creator would be really funny to be able to pull off some kind of nutty deck using this and the Creator Incarnate, but I think it's probably a little beyond its playability now. Similarly, Reshef is a funny ritual monster but not too usable, and the Elemental Hero Fusions are just garbage. In the commons, we just get a whole bunch of things that we probably already have 3 of in the collection. So yeah, not too much really here. We've opened 5 packs of this, so we'll get 60 cards in all. Let's have a look and see what we managed to pull. Okay, so we got the Abere Ushioni. One back to square one, that's going to be useful in this sealed deck. Element Source is okay. Clayman's got 2000 defense and a clay body built to last. Hane is funny. Insect Knight's okay. Kangaroo Champ. You better move! So yeah, generally this is like kind of an underwhelming look at 60 cards. There isn't too much that's good here. Let's flick on over to our deck profile to see what we could muster. Okay, looking at our sealed deck for Dark Revelation 3, and I know I've said this phrase before, it's really a hot mess. I mean, there's some decent statted dudes in here, like the Insect Knight, the Skulldog, Marin and Clayman as good defenders, but there is just a lot of jank here too. We do have Rock.
I am Rock! Always have been, always will be!
Which is a decent 1 tribute monster just because it's got 2400 attack. Nobleman, Eater Bug and Hane are funny 1 tribute monsters, but they are kind of bad as well. Element Saurus probably can never get to the heights he has seen in the past just because there's not very many fire monsters, but he's 1500 attack and that's okay enough. Harpy Lady 2 potentially has some utility battling flip monsters, such as like if Tobias has set a Dark Mimic, this card at least can prevent Tobias from drawing. Not very good, I fully acknowledge, but what else are we going to play? We've got the Ancient Gear Soldier, Aberi Ushioni, who is, as most people know, the 7th best coin toss card in Duel Links when the Sartorius Kumar deck was the top thing, because you had to play 7 cards that had a coin flip ability to get guaranteed first 3 heads, and this guy happened to be the 7th best card at the time.
That is an irrefutable fact!
Sasuke Samurai 4, if he battles a monster, we coin flip and he potentially kills it outright, which is nice. Magigile Panda, the old domestic abuse panda here. Golem Sentry is probably one of the better cards, 1800 defense, which is nice, and also obviously bounces cards back to the hand, which is good. Kangaroo Champ.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion. Overpowering, over the competition I'm towering.
Masked Dragon, I don't think there's any targets that this guy floats into, but he's fire, so he can combo with Element Source. Eagle Eye, just a 1300. Same with Tactical Espionage Expert. So try saying that 10 times fast. Mind Golem, Orza, Batteryman Double A. This card literally is awful.
Would knock off batteries. Little Miss Cupcake never stood a chance.
Worm and the Dark Mimic level 1. For the spells, we've got double Poison Fangs, so since we are playing stuff like Kangaroo Champ and Magigile Panda, if they inflict battle damage, we get to deal an extra 500 damage to bars, which is kind of cool. 2-man Cell Battle could be nice in the end phase. We can summon down a free like Skulldog Mauen, but we don't actually have that many normal monsters. Battle Square 1 is undisputably the best card that we've got. It can just set Tabas back on so much tempo and get rid of anything he's got that could be a threat. Gift of the Martyr is funny, we just tribute a monster to gain its attack. Malice Dispersion. There's a few annoying continuous traps here, like Astral Barrier and Pole Position, so this card can stop them, which is kind of cool. Speaking of, we've obviously got the Astral Barrier and the Pole Position. Spell Stopping Statute, this can negate continuous spell cards, so if Tabas is playing stuff like Poison and Fangs, this can potentially negate that. Absolute End, which is basically just Astral Barrier, but one turn only. Beast Soul Swap, so we target one beast we control, bounce it to the hand, and then summon another beast from the hand at the same level, is not very good. Forced Ceasefire. Again, not a very good card. Gorgon's Eye is okay, and Taunt is funny. Alright, let's have a look at the replay and see how well we do. Alright, looking at our opening hand, we've got a bunch of crap, but what else can you expect? We're also going to go for the old one set double back row. We draw on the back to square one. That is pretty good if Tabas ever establishes a monster that's threatening. Seeing as we don't really have much else to do, we're just going to go for the Harpy Lady 2, see whether we're dealing with a flip monster, and it is the Maron, so we'll take 700 damage here, and then in the main phase 2, we're just going to set down that Forced Ceasefire, not that it's a very good card, and pass the turn. Down comes the Trojan Horse. Man, it's kind of a shame, like that would be a really cool like archetype idea, like gifting the things to the opponent that actually turn out to be negatives for them. I guess they would kind of have that with like the Kaijus and Lava Golem and stuff, but like I just wish like Trojan Horse was one of those kind of cards. It was like, oh, here you go, here's a big dumb dude, but you lose your whole board for it. I'm just gonna set down the Kangaroo Champ, and we're gonna lose it. Kangaroo Champ at least is gonna turn Trojan Horse sideways. Divine Dragon Ragnarok is going to come down, and we're just going to lose our Medusa Worm here to the Trojan Horse. I do not think I have a single hope in this, especially with fruits of Kozaki's studies.
Called us mad scientists.
Alright, Tabas is going to stack his deck. Obviously, this card was never really meta until the Sylvans came out. It went to be like an $80 card overnight. We're just going to absolutely get hosed here because we've got nothing. Zing Zen Hu, and yeah, we just die. Well, the Maron basically soloed me there. I had absolutely no way of dealing with that, and then once Tabas was able to establish any monster plus Maron, we just lost.
I'm gonna cry around about it all day.
At least here, the 2K defender's on the other foot, so we're gonna set down the Clayman and pass. Oh god, what the heck? 4 back row? That's insane. We're going to go for the Insect Knight here, see whether his unmatched battle prowess is able to dispense with, ooh, the old Spirit Barrier, sure. Area is going to die and nothing's going to happen. Oh, Sasuke Samurai number 4, are you going to get heads? Tails, get wrecked. Yes, but boy. As I said, Insect Knight, even against your trickery and tomfoolery, the Insect Knight will not be destroyed. His battle prowess is unmatched for a reason. Element Source and Insect Knight are able to easily topple Tabas. This is life points by 3,400. And, ooh, the Sparkman. Okay. Fair enough, I'll lose a Source here. But we have another one, so Source falls and here comes another. Sparkman is going to die here, and this is looking like Tobias might be out of the game. As soon as you get advantage in this format, you basically win. Okay, the good Goblin Housekeeping's coming down. Tabas is drawing one, putting the card back to the deck. And that is the game. Very quick duels all around. I don't think I'm even going to bother with the fast forward for the final duel just because it doesn't look like it's going to take long at all. Okay, Tabas is going first. Does he draw a 2k defender? We shall see. Ooh, he's going for the pitch black Warwolf. That actually has some pretty good applications against some of the trap cards in this set, so I don't fault the card at all. It's pretty cool. We're just going to set down the Orza just as a bait, and then in the start of Tabas's turn, we're going to go for the Astral Barrier because we can't use this in this battle phase. We're going to make both attacks direct here and take the 28. Oh, and what a draw! Orza, fool, as I summon Rock from the Valley of Hades!
I am the soul of the Tempest.
Rock, absolutely eat this little Warwolf. Nom him to bits. 800 damage, and Tobias is absolutely cooked now. How can he hope to stand up against the Rock? You think I'm going to let this Sasuke attack me? I'm going to just make the attack a direct one. Rock ain't dying, dude.
Baka!
I'm just throwing some Xenoblade 2 memes of Rock, because he's... What does he say? He says, like... He's got some random lines of dialogue. I'll just throw them in at some point in this episode. Rock, kill.
You live and learn, or you don't live long.
So, okay, the success probability 0 is coming down, and Tobias is making sure he's going to draw whatever is best for him, which is apparently a set monster. Our turn. Ooh, we can start with the Poison Fangs here. The Kangaroo Champ, he's going to get in. He's going to box you bloody and bruised, Tobias. You better be ready.
I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out.
Mind Golem is going to explode in our face, and we're going to take 500 damage here. But now, the Champ, boom! 800 with the uppercut. Then, 2 little counter punches coming through from the Poison Fangs. Bam, bam! And then Harpy 2 strike on in.
Why do you rip with me, the maniac psycho? And when I pull out my chain and get ready, cause it might go wow! How you like me now? The river will not allow.
We're going to go for the Gorgon's Eye. So whatever Tobias has got set down, its effect gets negated. And then we're going to go Saurus. Do you think he's Saurus? Boom, mighty guard. Oh god, Tobias, your pulls must have been even worse than mine. And that is the game.
The winds blow our way. My spirit soars.
The next set we're opening is Cybernetic Revolution, the set that arguably changed Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. This is the first set out of the format that most people are familiar with, the Yu-Gi-Oh! GOAT format, which ended with the Lost Millennium. And this set really shows the sort of birth of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! To some degree. The card responsible for this wild shift in mentality when it comes to card advantage and how one thought they were winning games in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Cyber Dragon, and to a lesser extent its fusion materials, especially Cyber Twin Dragon. Now in the past, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was quite a methodical game where you'd build up your board, you'd keep hand and field resources, and you'd try and take 1-for-1 advantages or 2-for-1s if you really had to. You basically always wanted to go even on any sort of trade that you did with the opponent, and were hoping to plus by just being able to outgrind them, run them out of resources, and then eventually overwhelm.
Gotta grind them down.
Here though is where the game shifts quite a bit to being more aggro focused, where cards like Cyber Dragon promote just summoning big bodies immediately and just being aggressive as possible early on to try and take the opponent's life points out before they've had a chance to like concoct whatever strategy they're going for. So the biggest culprit of this is obviously Cyber Dragon, and to a lesser extent Twin Dragon, because Twin Dragon, if you make him using Power Bond, this card can basically just OTK on its own. And there's a card that we both have access to already called Metamorphosis, which meant that you could turn any level 8 monster on the field into the Cyber Twin, attack directly twice with it, and just win the game. So this card is instrumental at basically forming the much faster paced Yu-Gi-Oh! That most players nowadays are used to, although I guess depending on the format, even games that go on only like 2 or 3 turns are not actually that fast paced, given how long some combo lines can be. But outside of the Cyber Dragon stuff, there isn't too much in this set that's really viable. Looking at the Ultra Rares, obviously Cyber End Dragon is cool and Power Bond is nutty. In the Super Rares though, this is where cards are really crazy. You've got the Cyber Dragon and you've got the Cyber Twin. Skyscraper is actually a pretty good field spell for hero monsters. It just means that anytime an E-hero attacks an opponent's monster that has more attack than it, your monster will get 1000 extra attack during the damage count only, which is a pretty good way of allowing the weak heroes like Sparkman and Bubbleman some measure of staying power. In the rares, we get Bubbleman, who's very good in sort of Bubble Beat and Little City decks, but I don't think we're quite at that point yet. We don't have access to Stratos, and I'm not sure when we would ever get access to Stratos in this series, but that forms the backbone of an interesting little strategy there. Miracle Fusion is actually a really great card. It means that you can actually make use of your hero monsters in the graveyard as fusion material. System Down is a really cool tech card. It just basically gets rid of all the opponent's machine monsters on their field and the graveyard, and is a great sort of side deck card in very many different formats. Then in the commons, we get quite a lot of meme cards, really. We got Joey Beansman, the debut of the Roids like Cycle Roid, Drillroid, Jetroid, Steamroid. Soitsu is here, same with Doitsu. Des Frog, Tadpole, Poison Draw Frog, Lele, Giant Kozaki. Lots of just like funny cards that weren't very good competitively but have like a lot of nostalgic value to a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh player base. Des Croaking is hilarious. If you can execute this card by controlling 3 Des Frogs, it's just literally a complete board wipe. Very unlikely to happen, but just very funny as well. And then we do also get these spiritual art cards here. Anyway, flicking on over to the collection, let's see how well we did pull. So we got pretty much 3 copies of more or less every common card in the set. We did get 1 Dark Catapulter, which is okay-ish. Drillroid is really nice to see. 3 of this card is just generally good in side decks because a lot of defensive monsters still exist in the format, and this guy can just out them. We picked up Triple Gyroid, Double Miracle Fusion, which would be really cool if we can ever like establish some actual good heroes. At the moment, the elemental hero fusions we have are not very good, so not worth going into. We did get the Power Bond. I just realized, yeah, we did not get the Cyber Dragon. That sucks. Yeah, well, we got the Power Bond, so if we ever get the Cyber Dragon reprints, then it's funny because we have this cool fusion card for them. We did get the Soitsu. Not too much to say about this other than the fact that we missed Cyber Dragon, which is the big goal card for this set. Anyway, let's flick on over to Dueling Book to have a look at our deck. Alright, so our Cybernetic Revolution deck actually looks pretty good. We've got some really nice ratios of cards here. Just looking at the monster lineup for a start, having Triple Drillwood is insane, Triple Lele is a good attacker, and Triple Jerry Beansman is decent too. Steamroid is also a pretty potent attacker. He can get up to 2300 when he attacks. Obviously he goes down to 13 when he is attacked, but he also serves dual function since we are playing the Gyroid and the Polymerization to get us into our Steam Gyroid, who's undisputed to be one of the better cards in this set.
It's everything else that really sucks.
We are also playing the 1 Power Bond. Potentially we can use this to make a double attack Steam Gyroid, so we can make a 4400 attacker, which is just very difficult to out. We are playing Cybernetic Cyclopean, so if we've got no cards in hand, this guy becomes 2400, and because we're playing a lot of traps, we're hoping we're in that position an awful lot, although admittedly we could brick on monsters and this card could be useless. Dark Catapulter is probably the most janky spell trap removal in existence. Druid is obviously very good at just outing any defensive threats. Bubbleman is kind of funny, he could just be summoned for free if we've got nothing else in hand, so kind of combos with the Cyclopean there. Triple Gyroid, as well as being a material for the Steam Gyroid, once a turn he can't destroy a battle, which is pretty nice. Obviously the Drillroid does circumvent this. Lele is just Goblin Attack Force.
You're an imposter!
Which seems pretty good to me. Jetroid is kind of funny. If he's attacked, I can just use traps from the hand, so it kind of plays around the Dark Catapulter, and it also puts Tobias in a guessing game as to whether, if I've normal summoned the Jetroid, do I have the Miyabi in the hand to potentially use the Jetroid to put one of his cards in the bottom of his deck. So that's kind of a fun little mind game there. We've got the Mechanical Hound. It is a 2 tribute monster, so hard to play, but if we are able to get this out, 2800 is very strong, and obviously being able to stop your opponent from using spells if you've got nothing in hand is nutty. Not that there are that many good spells in the set, to be honest. We've got the Triple Steamoid and Triple Jerry Beansman. The spells obviously Poly and the Power Bond. Traps, we've got a Rival Appears. So this is basically just free in this set. As long as Tobias has a monster on the field, we can just summon a level 4 from our hand, basically, because there's always going to be level 4s on the field, so that's nice. Also ways to sort of thin out our hand so the Cyclopean can buff himself. Dimension Wall is just Magic Cylinder, except not really, because you don't actually negate the attack. Rising Energy, we only got one of this card, but this is a really nice battle trick to just boost one of our monsters up by 1500, as well as also lowering our hand count. And then we've got double Kuragane, which means we contribute 1 Earth to summon another Earth from the graveyard, so we can swap, for example, a Steamoid that's being attacked into like a Lele or a Drillroid. And then triple Miyabi, which is really good at being able to contribute either the Gyroid or the Jetroid to put one of Tobias's key cards on the bottom of his deck. In the side deck, we've just got the whole frog package. Alright, let's have a look and see how we do. Alright, looking at our open hand, we're actually pretty happy with this. We've got the Miyabi with the Gyroid, and we've got Dimension Wall, which is pretty nice at doing some hefty damage. Joey Beansman and Bubble Man are classic cards, but I don't think they're going to be doing too much this game. Tobias is going to set 2 and pass. I'm going to draw the Drillroid here. With nothing else really left to do, we're just going to go for the Joey Beansman. Be on in, Beanie Boy. We're going to get Dimension Walled, taking back that 1750 as the Bean Man turns on his master. I'm going to set down the final back row of Miyabi, pass it down. Lele comes down, not willing to attack, that's fine by us. We're just going to go for the Bubble Man pass. We don't really want to waste the Gyroid Miyabi play just yet. And we want to see... Oh, we should have done. Alien is coming. And that is bad news for us. This is a Union card. That basically means that Lele has no downside. So, yeah. Okay, I guess he's better than Goblin Attack Force now.
You think you're better than me?
He's going to turn to defense with his effect, and then Alien will turn him back vertical. This is troublesome. We're going to have to go for the Gyroid here. Oh, I forgot we had a Miyabi already set. We're going to Miyabi.
We fight to live, that's all.
Put that Lele on the bottom of the deck. And Bean Man, attack on in. Uh-oh, Tobias is going for the Poly. He's sending this Gyroid and the Steamoid to make the Steam Gyroid.
This is my favorite card, Steam Gyroid.
Oh, whoa, and the Fusion Recovery? What a pull. That card is nuts. I remember playing that card back in the day. Oh, man. Old memories are good. Right, okay, Bean Man is going to die. I'm surprised you didn't normal summon the Gyroid, right? Why didn't you normal summon the Gyroid and do some damage? I don't know. Okay, looking at our hand, there's not a whole lot we can do other than just sort of set the 4. We're going to set down the second Miyabi, hope we draw a win soon, and set down the Bubble Man.
Steam Gyroid attacks! Train Twister!
Lele! Ole, 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 ole. Bye-bye, Steam Gyroid. And Lele will go to defense. Another Poly. The never-ending line of Steam Gyroids here. Okay. Right, Lele will happily fall here. Ooh, Rising Energy is great to see. We can use that with the Drillroid to easily actually get over the Steam Gyroid if the pass attacks.
Fool!
Oh, Rising Energy. Discard the Dark Catapulter. This Drillroid's drill is gonna get enlarged, if you know what I mean. See ya, Steam Gyroid. Wouldn't want to be ya. Oh man, we're just gonna get drilling here. 3200 Tobias. You are absolutely getting wrecked by these big drills. I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't be saying this shit. Right, Indomitable Light Fighter Lele comes down. Oh, you're gonna try and attack me? I literally had game with the Dimension Wall. We're just playing the slow ball here. Lele's gonna go to defense. Kuragane is gonna tribute the Lele.
I summon Steamroid! Steamroid! Full steam ahead!
We're gonna lose this Gyroid. We had game if we Dimension Walled. I think I just want to bait into a funny situation. And Tobias attacks, and now, yeah. Oh wait, what? He only used the 800 when he attacks a monster? Uh-oh, so he's not quite dead yet. But Steam versus Steam. Ooh, Kuragane's coming down. Lele is returned, and we're just going to attack on in, Crash. I had this game 6 ways on there. I think I just wanted to play it out a little bit longer. But now we might be getting wrecked by the Gyroid, because if you're summoning Gyroid in attack mode and you got 250, that is probably a Miyabi. Okay, Tobias is going to go defensive. We're going to go Gyroid here. See what we're dealing with. Uh-oh, it's the Jetroid. Tobias passes. We have drawn our Jetroid now, and we can go for the Miyabi.
Have you ever touched a mote of light from a Kavesi?
Tribute off the Jetroid, put Tobias' Jetroid in the bottom of his deck, and we still can't get over the Gyroid though. Drillroid comes down, which can take 600 damage here as the Gyroid survives the battle. Cherry Beans, man, we love to see him. The man himself. Oh, Miyabi. We're going to lose our Beans man here, and the Droid is going to just keep on smacking into the Gyroid. Jetroid is funny, but we don't quite have enough. If we can get to the Mechanical Hound, this is going to be insane. Try to bait out with the fake players if we had the Miyabi in hand there. Tobias is not falling for it. This Droid has put in more work than any Droid deserves to do. We're going to go for the Cybernetic Cyclopean, sending down one more back row. And at this point, we're just taking damage. We just need a monster that's good. This Mechanical Hound is just clogging our hand. Drillroid is a good monster. Drillroid. Meet Drillroid in battle. Two drills clashing.
No homo.
And the Gyroid is enough to win. Whew, what a game. Oh, apparently I just sided into the flipping fog stuff. So I was going to go for the Lele pass, makes sense. Oh, this is kind of cool. We got the Tadpole, we got the Spiritual Wind Dart Owie. So we're going to set 3 down, set that Tadpole, pass the turn. Tobias is going to summon the alien, equip it to the Lele, and we're going to lose our Tadpole here. Tadpole is going to grab us 2 more Tadpoles from the deck as we prepare for the Des Fog. Oh, we've drawn another Des Croaking. Completely used. So we're going to set down Tadpole, pass it down. Tobias is going to go Drillroid. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to go for the Owie here, at least tribute the Tadpole off, pitch the Poly from Tobias' hand, and then we're going to take 3,900 here. Well, we've drawn the Des Fog, and we have the 2 Tadpole in the graveyard. What we are lacking, though, is a monster. Yeah, I guess that's what we get for playing Fogs. Please tell me I sided those back out. Okay, it looks like I have. It looks like we've gone back to the standard CRV build. Yeah, we've got the power one. Cool. Okay, we're just going to go for it.
I'll be as great as Zane someday. I activate my spell card. Power Bond!
There's no way you're going to be able to beat the 4,400 Steam Gyroid, Tobias. This guy's just too darn big. Oh, we're going to set down 2 with the Cyclopean. Oh my god, this is like the best turn 1 I've ever seen from Cybernetic Revolution Sealed, ever. Not that I've seen that many turn 1 boards from Cybernetic Revolution Sealed before, but this is a crazy one. Tobias is going to go for the Gyroid. Pass.
Goodbye. And thank you.
Oh, well, we knew there was going to be the Miyabi if Gyroid was being summoned. We're going to lose our fusion here, but at least we have the Jetroid and we have the buffed Cyclopean. Deal a whopping 3,600 here. Tobias is down to 4,400 and already setting monsters. We got the Bubble Boy, we're just going to set him down, go for the Cyclopean, and then use the Jetroid to punch on in direct. Uh-oh, Tobias, is this game? Oh, Dimension Wall is huge here. That's a lot of damage back to me. But Tobias is still looking like he's in the least favourable position. Although I suppose if he's got another couple of Dimension Walls there, I will be livid. We're going to set down the Polymerization just to keep our Cyclopean at 2,400 and try and punch on in here. Okay, destroys a Jetroid and then Jetroid attack directly. Nice. Pass a turn. Tobias just passes and that's the game. Phew, I thought he was slow rolling me on those dimensional rolls there. Alright, our first progression deck is a breeze. That's right, let the winds guide us. We are playing Rising Air Current Beat Down, baby. So, little known fact, wind is my favourite attribute of Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster. The more you know. And so I'm delighted to have a playset of Miyabi to be able to showcase just how powerful wind monsters can be. To that end, we are playing double Armed Dragon level 3 and the Armed Dragon level 5, just a decent little core of dragons there. We've got the Flying Kamakiri 1 that can just float us on into the level 3, which we can then use to rank up into the level 5. We've got Garuda, who is essentially the Aqua Spirit for the wind, so you just banish a wind monster from the graveyard, summon it, and then during the opponent's end phase, he can just swap the battle position of one monster the opponent controls. We've got triple Harpy Lady 1, essentially just boosting all our guys by 300, and obviously being a floating target from the Kamakiri. Triple Homunculus, this guy is just great at just becoming a wind, so very strong under the Rising Air Current. We are playing Jimmy Joe and the Mobius here, of course. We've got Sangan, triple Shadow Knight Archfiend, this is just the most powerful normal summonable wind monster that does have downsides, that's fair, but also can out pretty much anything that's level 4 or lower in the game, just on his bulk alone. We are playing 2 Sylphid. This is from the second wave of spirit monsters, so can only be summoned by banishing a wind, and if it's destroyed as a result of battle, I just get to discard a card from Tobias's hand, so it's Robin Goblin, Donzaloo, kind of, and decent under the Rising Air Current. We have the 1 Spear Dragon, another really good card with our Rising Air Current, and triple Troop Dragon just as the sort of way of maintaining monsters on board for our tributes. We've got double Braincon as well, good for tributes and just for OTKing, 1 Monster Reborn, double Nobleman, 1 Pot of Greed, 1 Premature Burial, double Rising Air Current, 1 Scapegoat, double Terraforming, and then for the traps we're playing double Phoenix Wing Windblast, on theme with the winds, 1 Ring of Destruction, and the triple Miyabi, which we aim to use a lot. Right, let's hop on into the replay and see how we do. Opening up, we got the Terraforming and the Pot of Greed. This is great, we can just go for the deck thinning times a million. We'll go Terraforming, grab the Air Current, and then we'll use the Pot of Greed and see what we can draw off the top. Shadow Knight and the Homunculus. We're just going to go for the Rising Air Current plus a Shadow Knight. 2500 is pretty much unbeatable in level 4 lower monsters. So let's see what Tobias can do. This is actually I didn't realize how pretty Rising Air Current looked. Like, it's just like a bird, but when it's covering the whole field, it actually looks really majestic.
An ornithologist, that's fascinating.
Tobias is going to set down 2, 3. Unhappy Girl. Okay, sure. Monster Reborn is nice here. We're just going to go, since Tobias has got like a million back row, we're just going to go for the Jimmy Joe, neutralize them all, and then we can banish the Shadow Knight for the Sylphid. Is it Sylphid? Or we're going to go for the Sylphid, clear out some damage with the Unhappy Girl, and we're not willing to attack with the Jinzo. We don't want his attacking functionality to be neutralized just yet. Tobias is going to send a monster, pass a turn. We're going to set down the Miyabi, summon the Armed Dragon level 3, buff him up to 1700, and he is a card we're more than happy to attack into the Unhappy Girl with, once we deal with whatever Tobias has got set down.
You triggered my monster's special effect! His name is Marshmallow, and when he's attacked, you lose 1,000 points! And as an added bonus, he can't be destroyed in battle!
Oh. Well, if our Armed Dragon level 3 can last till next turn, we can obviously float into the 5 to pop the Marshmallow. Ooh, big
Boobies?
big Drummer Girl is being summoned here, and we are going to lose that level 3 here, unless we go for the Wind Art, which we're going to do.
It's not a waste at all.
Because we'd rather get the Armed Dragon level 5 out the deck, so we're going to go for the Miyabi here, tribute off the Sylphid, put that Nyan Nyan into the bottom of the deck. Oh. I'm realizing my one fatal flaw with trying to play Miyabi while I have this card on the field.
What's wrong with this picture?
At least I realized as the play was happening, okay? Nothing. Crisis averted. Armed Dragon level 3 dies. I'm going to go for the Homunculus, make him 23. Try and punch on over the Sun Yanan, which he does. And we're just going to leave our Jinzo chilling in attack mode. We're going to go for the Monster Reborn in main phase 2, recur the Armed Dragon level 3, just so he knows he has to beat that, unless he wants to face the level 5. Sasuke's going to come down, and we are going to lose the 3. How the hell do we beat Marshmallow now? Well, if I lose Jinzo, I can use my spell. Ooh, well, that's a pretty good out. I mean, Spear Dragon doesn't actually clear the Marshmallow, but it at least can do some damage by punching on into it with its piercing big spiky face. Tobias is going to take a whopping 1900 here, and the Spear Dragon is going to shift to defense, and we might as well now use our Homunculus on the Unhappy Girl and the Jinzo too, just to put Tobias out of the game. Into game 2. I didn't even realize that was going to be lethal until Tobias admitted defeat, so yeah, cool. Good on me, I guess. Right, looking at our second opening hand, seeing the pot twice in 2 games is insane. Likewise, seeing just Unhappy Girl pass is pretty good for me, I'm not going to complain. Oh my god, we've got so much Graveyard Revival. We're going to go for the Pot of Greed here. And this gets us everything, gets us our Field Spell Searcher and our Shadow Knight. We're going to go for Terraforming, grab from the deck the Rising Air Current. And then we're going to go Shadow Knight and set 1 pass. Raincon is going to be fired off, but we're going to respond with the Miyabi, tributing our Shadow Knight to put the Unhappy Girl on the bottom of the deck.
I'm giving you my whole self.
This at least mitigates probably like an Air Knight Pathas play, but Thunder Nyan Yan Nan is pretty good here. The big drummer girl is going to come in and smack us with the drumsticks. I'm going to take 1900 here. Our turn, we're going to draw the Nobleman of Extermination. Okay. We do have the Premature Burial here, which is what we're going to have to fire off here just to stay in the game a bit. We're going to bring back the Shadow Knight Archery, buffed up to 2500 thanks to the Rising Air Current, and he can easily... Oh! And then we're going to go for the Harpy Lady 1 to buff him even more, so he's up to 2800. So the Harpy Lady 1 clears the Thunder Nyan Yan, and then the Shadow Knight gets in for 1400. Hammer Shot, pretty good. Followed by the Reflect Bounder. Are you aware that that card has less attack than Harpy Lady 1, Tobias? Alright, we're just going to go for this Sylphide here. And with these 2 Chunguses, we can clear out the Reflect Bounder and put Tobias dangerously lower. Oh wait, we took. Oh, I didn't realize I took the damage from that. It would help if I'd ever read a card in my life ever. I was like, why did I take 2100? That is literally what Reflect Bounder does. He reflects the damage.
Reflection of myself, reflection of myself, reflection of myself.
And Tobias is almost cooked here. I'm just going to set 1, head on into battle here. We could overcommit using the Monster Reborn, but if we were crashing into a Marshmallow, we didn't really want to do that. Helping Robo for combat.
Should have stayed at home, lousy junk bots.
Right, Harpy Lady 1 is going to deal in another 2100, and Tobias is setting and passing. Right, I guess we just got to go for the game here, see whether we can take it in. Sylphie's going to attack, and it's the Marshmallow. Oof, we're going to take 1000 here and pass the turn. Ah, perfect. Alright, we're just going to go for the Braincon, steal that little marshy boy, and that is the game. Alright, keeping this sort of wind theme going, but also mixing it with the old Element Dragon. This is our Dragon Brew. It looks very similar to the Dragon decks we've played in the past, to be honest, although we have added in, I think Creature Swap is new, I don't think we had that before. This is just a really good way of swapping stuff like the Troop Dragon or the Master Dragon to capitalize on that advantage. And yeah, it's sort of a kind of an older school deck. I honestly don't think I spent too long building this because I didn't even make a side deck. Let's see what this deck can muster. Oh no. ALO, Level Limit, Area B, and the Sea Serpent, Warrior of Darkness. Thank God we are playing field spells. Luminous Spark outs the ALO, but now all our monsters are going to go to defense mode. But not the Masked Dragon. He's not quite strong enough to chunk over the defensive Sea Serpent. But he's still pretty good. Alright, no man's going to come. We're just going to fire that ring then. Might as well get rid of the Sea Serpent and get some good life point value out of that. Oh, we do also get rid of Tobias's ring too, which is nice. Tobias is going to set 1 monster, pass a turn. We're just going to go for the Masked Dragon beat, so there's no point summoning any of our level 4 hires because of the level limit, and it's the Maiden of the Aqua.
Giggity.
And you're supposed to be dead.
I got better?
Homunculus is going to get turned to defense mode, but he's got 1600 defense, so that's pretty good. Oh my, what are we doing? There's no way we can deal with this level limit. We're going to tribute for the set Armed Dragon level 5 here. We're going to go Wing Blast here, send our Spirit Weave from the hand to the grave, bounce the level limit. Then we're going to flip over the Armed Dragon level 5. Go for the Creature Swap, give Tobias a Masked Dragon as we take his Maiden.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Tribute the Maiden off, summon the Jinzo, and now we can just crash our Masked Dragons. I think this is over, Tobias. We're going to summon the Element Dragon, and we're going to summon the Element Dragon, and they're buffed up to 2500. And that is the game. What a play with the wing blast. Oh!
100, 100, do I hear 100, 100 is up?
I guess the injection flare really kind of makes sense in the level limit deck just because it's a level 3. We're just going to go for the RO in level 3, set down the torrential and the Phoenix wind blast and pass the turn. Terraforming is going to get fired off and the ALO will be searched. Then comes the Granador. We're just going to go for the torrential here, just clean out the board. As the boss is going to take the 1000 from the Granador. Uh-oh, but the Aqua Spirit is coming down and this is a lot of damage. Well, we can out the field spell. But now what? Okay, we're going to go for the Spear Dragon, turn into defense. Why didn't I go for the Stamping Destruction here? Okay, I can finally go for the Stamping Destruction here, clear out the level limit area B, and now we can fire the Pot of Greed, safely draw into the Garuda. Do we have any wins in the graveyard? Yes, we do. Well, as soon as not in the graveyard, because we're going to banish that arm down level 3, summon down the Garuda, and now strike on in. Let's clear out whatever Tabas has got cooking here. He's got a Nightmare Penguin. Okay, that's going to bounce the Garuda back to the hand. Alright, in the main phase 2, we're going to tribute the Spear Dragon for the Jinzo, and we're going to set down the My Body as insurance. Fire off the Garuda. Now we have the Spear Dragon in the grave, and we're looking pretty good. During Tabas's turn, we're going to go for the Garuda, shift Aqua Spirit vertical. Down comes the Lightning Vortex, but we got the shield. Ka-ching! Protecting our big monsters, and Tabas are going to go for the Brain Con. Okay, steal the Jinzo. I guess just get some damage in. Seems kind of underwhelming. I guess it puts me pretty low. I'm not too worried if I'm being honest. We're going to summon the Homunculus after our Jinzo's been swept sideways thanks to the Aqua Spirit, and just clean on out that Spirit. Tabas is going to go for the ALO, and we're going to lose our Luminous Spark here. We go Creature Swap. We're going to give Tabas the Troop Dragon, take whatever he's got set, Nightmare Penguin, and that is the game. I ain't smoking, we are playing Des Croaking Turbo. Now I know what you're thinking.
You're insane.
But that doesn't matter, because this deck is even more insane than I am. Right, let's go through the card list, because we have a lot to break down here. We've got double Bugdroth Mark III. As long as Umi's on the field, this guy, he attacks directly. We got the Aqua Spirit, the OG, banishing waters from the grave so she can turn monsters' battle positions. She's great. Triple Des Frog, the heart and soul of the deck. When he's tribute summoned, you can summon Des Frogs from your hand of the deck up to the number of Tadpole in your grave. How on earth are we going to get these useless Tadpoles into the grave? Well, we have the old painful choice here. So with this, we can go Tadpole, 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 and then 2 other random cards. And even if Tabas gives us a Tadpole in hand, as long as it gets a Strawberry Battle and ends up in the graveyard, then we can just go for the Des Frog Armageddon. We've got the Granadora. This card, I've mocked a lot in the past, but I've actually seen some decent success for Tabas, so we're playing it. Mermaid Knight is pretty cool with Umi being able to attack twice. We are playing the Mobius because we're playing a water deck, so of course we're going to play this guy in the deck because we want to hear that battle theme. We've got the Mother Grizzly who can float onto just about anything in the deck. Poison Draw Frog is kind of cool, but he's not as useful now as he becomes in later like Sea Lancer brews, because he's a bit tricky to get his effect to actually profit you. We've got one Sangan who can search us pretty much anything in the deck, triple Tadpole, and the double Gaga Yigo. We are playing ALO because this allows our Des Frog to get lowered to level 4, so it means we can easily get all 3 of them out and Des Frogging the opponent. We've got double Brain Con, triple Creature Swap, triple Des Croaking, Monster Reborn, Painful Choice as mentioned earlier, Pot of Greed, Premature Burial, Terraforming, double Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, and we are playing 2 Spiritual Water Art Owie. So if we are given the final Tadpole and we have this in hand, we can actually use the Tadpole to at least take something out of Tabas's hand, which could be funny. Alright, let's hop on in over to the games and see what the Frogs could do. Ribbit, ribbit, motherfucker. Okay, a ribbit, we got the Des Frog, we got the Poison Draw Frog, we got a number of good cards to actually get us to Tabas's monsters. We don't feel like committing the Poison Draw Frog just yet. Tobias will know pain soon enough. Witch of the Black Forest is not a good card I would want to take because obviously that profits him immensely. But we are going to have to go for it. We're going to go for the Poison Draw, Creature Swap, steal that. Now, am I going to get to draw from this when it goes to the graveyard?
Duh. Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure whether that is true or not, but oh, we drew into our special summon. That's crazy. Now this pretty much guarantees we're going to have a tribute for the Des Frog. Oh. Bottomless, we're going to go for the Owie, tribute it off, and take out one of Tobias's best cards. Get rid of his Mobius. Uh-oh, you have Mobius too?
Guess what? I'm a proud member of Mobius now.
Uh-oh, Call of the Haunted brings that Mobius back. We're playing the battle theme on Tobias's monsters now. That's crazy. Witch dies, and Tobias is going to get the profit times a million here. Going to grab the Fairy Lily. This is looking bad. For you, we're going to Brain Con. Give me your Mobius. And you know what, Tobias? I'll be generous. I'll attack you with this guy. And then, in the main phase 2, Ribbit. Oh. Well, the Des Frog got squashed flat by the Hammer Shot. Uh-oh. And down comes another Aqua Spirit and the Fairy Lily. We're going to Wind Blast the Fairy Lily because otherwise we die. And thankfully we are just about living on the 3200 here, although not looking too good. We've got the ALO and the Granadora, going to gain 1000 and then be able to sweep on over the Aqua Spirit here. But of course we are just going to get absolutely hosed by the Injection Fairy Lily when that inevitably gets dropped. Oh, it doesn't even need to be dropped with the Brain Con. That is the game! Okay, we got the Tadpole, we got the Sand, oh my god, we got double Tadpole in the hand. What a great opener. We're going to set down the Tadpole, set down the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. It's over, Tobias. You can witch all you like. I'll lose one Tadpole, I'll happily pick up another Tadpole. See, this is like the early Volcanic Shell. It's just free hand advantage and cards you can discard with your Wing Blast. Crazy. We're going to go for it. Discard the Tadpole, but bounce Tobias backward to the bottom of his deck. And then, are you ready? Premature Burial. Bring out the Tadpole. Summon Des Frog. Now, since I have 2 Tadpoles in the grave, Des Frog can croak and bring his buddies in. And I know it's no value, but we have to do it. Des croaking. Annihilate that witch. Tobias is going to grab from his deck to hand the Injection Fairy Lily. That seems ill-judged, given all our Des Frogs are going to sweep on in here for 1900 apiece. Putting Tobias down to 23. You love to see it. These 3 foggy boys. Crystal doesn't kill everyone. Right, Zombyra is a massive pain. Oh, he's not going to attack because he knows I can just weaken him steadily. We're just going to set the Sangan, banish 1 for the Aqua Spirit, and pass. We're going to use Aqua Spirit to turn Zombyra sideways. Galagigo is going to come down and out our Sangan, which we're happy to see go. Sangan can give us the buggy, the Buggerloaf.
Someone's left a buggy out here.
Spiritual Water Art Owie gets set, and we're going to go for the Buggy Bug boys. Des Frog can start cleaning these guys out, and now Tobias. You're croaked!
Ribbit! Ah.
Game 3. Who would have thought the Des croaking dream for the Witch of the Black Forest could come alive, right? Look at that hand here, it is pretty ballin'. Umiruka, we like to see that, although I prefer our ALO because it's got slightly more synergy with our deck. We're going to go for the ALO, get rid of the Umiruka, Tadpole, Creature Swap. Oh, the devastation, Tobias. You are going to see so many cards flying into my hand here. 1 Tadpole falls, and he brings his Frog Spawn to my hand. The 2 other Tadpoles getting ready for the ultimate in Des Frog material. Hammer Shot, it's hammer time. We're going to take 2000 from the Sea Serpent here. What if we got that? Phoenix Wing. Our turn. We're going to go for the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Discard the Tadpole. Bounce your card to the bottom of the deck. And now it's over. Des Frog, summon forth your minions. 2100, 2100, 2100. The game is mine.
Whoa, back it up there, Chauncey.
I've realized literally, as I edited this, and as I got to this point, that Des Frog isn't just when this is normal summoned. He has to be tribute summoned. So my whole strategy was playing ALO to lower him to a level 4 so I could just normal summon without a tribute and summon the other brethren from the deck. That's a whole cheat. I mean, I think I was probably going to win this duel anyway, because looking at my hand and stuff, it's pretty favourable conditions, but I shouldn't have won in the way that happened, because that is an illegal play, so we're not going to count this for the records.
No contest.
Our final progression deck of the day, and one that I say with a little tear in my eye, because I've looked ahead, and this is the last time Bazoo is going to be in one of our decks. Now, this big baboon has given us lots of laughs, lots of joy, lots of memories over the series, so it's sad to see his last, final performance. I don't know about you, but one can only hope that he's feeling 22 today, and feeling 22 in the great big graveyard in the sky. Farewell, me old mucker, and may a flight of kazoos bring you to your slumber. Oh, God, sorry. Getting emotional here over a baboon.
What is wrong with you?
As well as the triple Bazoo, this is obviously an Earth Brew, so we're playing the Berserk Gorilla. Double Chiron the Mage. Enraged Battle Ox, this just means our Beasts, Beast Warriors and Winged Beasts have piercing, which most of our monsters aren't, which is great. 1 XL Force, because why not? Triple Giant Rat to float on into the XL Force. We've got double Gigantes just to be able to make use of the Earths in the graveyard to make a big dude. 1 Grand Marg, not really sold in this card, but it's 2900 under the Gaia Power, which is very strong. 1 Gekigure Panda, this guy gains 500 attack for each monster Tabars controls. Combine this with the boost he can get from Gaia Power, and much like when he watches strippers on bamboo poles, he gets very big, very fast. Yeah! We are then also playing double Hyper Hammerhead, because this guy's pretty good and it can be floated on into from the Giant Rat. Double Lele, another just really strong attacker, and we are playing Jinzo, Mobius, and the Sangan. Obviously, we've got triple Gaia Power, Monster Reborn, double Nobleman, 1 Pot of Greed, Premature Burial, Scapegoat, double Terraforming, a couple of Magic Jammers, a couple of Phoenix Wing Wind Blasts, Ring of Destruction, and we are playing 1 Kuragane. Alright, let's hop on into the games and hope that, for one last time, Bazoo does indeed feel like he's 22. Alright, one last 22 for the Bazoo. Can we make it happen? Opticlops? What the heck? This is some Sato Kaiba stuff right here. Right, we're going to go for the terraforming, grab ourselves the Gear Power, and now, Hyper Hammerhead, come to the field, buddy. Smack that big hammer against Opticlops' one eye, blind him.
I'm blinded. Ow!
Kabosh! Well, it's going to take 200 here, and we're going to end the turn. Pandemonium!
Let him cook.
Oh, you are on some crazy shit tonight, Tobias. BrainCon! Am I going to get summoned Scold? What is happening? Oh, Mephist! Oh no, I'm going to get absolutely Mephisted here.
Ew, gross.
Ugh. And we lose the Yakigire. Oh, we're going to go for the Banish the Yakigire, summon the Gigantes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Mephisto's just weak. I forgot he wasn't even getting boosted by the field spell. So we're just going to strike on over the Mephist, deal 100 here. I'll appreciate the play of playing this absolutely chungus Chad of a card, but he's sadly not very good. Nobleman comes down, and we're going to lose our Magic Jammer here. No point really discarding to net even on that, and we're going to lose our second Magic Jammer from the deck. Hammer Shot, pretty good follow-up. Bye-bye, Gigantes. Oh, our turn. Bazoo, how big you feeling, buddy? Looking at that grave, we got 2. We're gonna banish 1. We're gonna banish... We're only banishing 1. No, my buddy.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
1900. That could have been 2200, Bazoo. What am I playing at? Tabas passes. Right. Our turn. We're going to go for the Monster Reborn. Bring back the Mephisto. Oh, I should have done this last turn. That would have been so much funnier. Anyway, we're going to go for the Exiled Force. I'm going to banish... Oh. Well, that's just game, apparently. 34, 40... It's only 4,400, I guess. I guess Tabas's hand wasn't very good. Right, we couldn't quite bazoo 22 there. Oh. That is it. Let's just take a moment to pay our respects to our dearly beloved Bazoo. Born a baboon with only 1600 attack, he aspired for greatness in his life. He wanted to reach the upper echelons of what was possible. He wanted to feel like he was 2200. He wanted to ape, as they say, some of the greatest level 4 monsters of all time, like the Goblin Elite Attack Force, whose ranks one day he aspired to join. Little did he know they were nothing more than a quasi-fascist goblin ethno-state that would never accept an ape like himself. But still, he strove each and every day to be 22. A doomed life, you might say. A life eating souls that he harvests from the battlefield in order to temporarily increase his power. A life he lived to the fullest. The souls he ate, they nourished him. They gave him that illusion of being 22. But that artificial high would always come to an end as his attack plummeted back down to the paltry 1600. And now he lies in state. No more can he ascend to the heights of 22. No more will any souls be eaten except his own. No more Bazoo. Sorry. Got some... Just a bit of dirt in my eye. And with that said and done, we can move on to the outro. Right, next episode we are opening 2 pretty poggers sets. We have first Duelist Pack Battle City and Rivals of the Pharaoh. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Put F's in the chat for Bazoo, RIP Harambe and all that. Goodbye.